Confidence is number one, and being really positive about that. You know, this is an excellent opportunity, and I recognize that, and I want to seize this opportunity. You know, seize that moment. I know that I have a lot of heart, a lot of passion when I'm on the mat, and I think that's, you know, that's been evident, you know, with how I fight, and you know, I'm gonna give 100% of what I have until the time ends or something else happens.
I always have a forward game. I like to go for the submissions, but I think it'll be very exciting for everybody to watch. He's no joke, you know. He's a really tough guy, talented, work hard. In the fight, a lot of things happen, and there's a lot of opportunities for you as the fight goes. So you gotta have your mind clear to be able to take those opportunities at the right time. I'll be open for the opportunities at the time to try to take it.
So here we go. Rafael Lovato Jr., probably the most accomplished American-born jiu-jitsu competitor. I mean, this guy's won basically everything you can win in BJJ, and facing Kayron Gracie of Gracie Barra. This should be very interesting. Both very kind of longer fighters, long-legged jiu-jitsu practitioners, and both have very, very effective guards, to say the least. So it should be interesting to see who tries to, you know, pull guard and impose their guard game first. There's Kayron pulling guard first, and you see him with the standard hook grip on the left sleeve of Rafael. Little tip over sweep there, beautiful little tripod sweep, and taking the top position. Very nice, incredible, incredible. So here we get to see Rafael's ridiculous legs. I mean, just when you think you get past one, there's two more waiting for you on the other side. It's incredible. So you'll see Kayron, he's trying to come around the backside right here. The problem is Rafael's bottom leg is hooking Kayron's hip, preventing him from passing to the backside. So even though he's committed to stopping the front side pass here, you see Rafael's left foot there in the back pocket, hooking around Kayron's hip and arm, means that Kayron can't just simply switch directions and pass the other way. I think that's one thing that, you know, the difference between people who are very knowledgeable in jiu-jitsu and people who are just watching this early on is people don't really give Marcio Feitosa, Kayron's coach and one of the head instructors of Gracie Barra, I think people who are earlier to jiu-jitsu, they don't really give credit to how actually ridiculously difficult it is to get past someone's legs. A lot of people watching this might think, well, just get past his legs. But in reality, if your life depended on it, you couldn't get past his legs either. So pay respect where respect is due. So you see with Rafael has that over-the-shoulder belt grab right there. It's not great for submissions, it's not great for sweeps per se, but it really does slow everything down. It's kind of like putting the brakes on all guard pass opportunities for Kayron, because it literally, his entire torso is being controlled by that belt grip right there. And essentially, Rafael is using it to manage the distance between him and Kayron so effectively. Distance management is key, not only in street fights, but even in sport. How you manage the distance when you're on the bottom of the guard, keeping someone further away, or if they're close, keeping them so tight that they can't change levels and pass easily, is critical, to say the least. And look at Rafael's legs, just so involved. He let go of the over-the-shoulder, the belt grip. And you see Kayron trying to go for underhook passes here, but Rafael's scooting his shoulders away so beautifully, getting his legs back into the party, preventing any type of underhook or stack passes. Almost, here he comes. You see him pinning the ankles beautifully. Didn't count. You can get 80% of the way there on a guard pass. You can be 80% side mounted, but if you can't solidify the position, it doesn't mean anything, because that's, man, it takes a lot of energy, and of course, that last 20% is what counts the most for the bottom person as well. This is beautiful. Rafael's wrapping the foot from the bottom of the open guard. He has the foot straight footlock entangled right here. He's rolling with it. Kayron seems cool. He's giving us the nod, no problem. This is a very dangerous footlock, because when Rafael's, this is called the belly down transfer, he rolled back up. When your hips are on top of the leg facing the ground that way, the gravity has such a greater toll on the pressure and the break. Here he goes again. This belly down transfer is devastating. Because Cairon's left leg is in the center, you see Cairon's left leg right now? They're going to try to slide them. Let's see if they keep the same position. Cairon's left leg is inside Rafael's leg right now, and that creates a major problem for Rafael. He doesn't have ultra leg isolation the way he needs, and that separation creates difficulty on the break. Playing footsies a little bit here, and Rafael comes up and takes the top position. So if nothing else, Rafael's footlock from the bottom of the open guard served as a great positional exchange and ultimately a sweep to get him on top, and now giving him the chance to work his pass. And Rafael respected for his very effective guard passing strategies. Puts a lot of pressure and keeps a lot of weight on his opponent, and it just makes you pay, basically. So you see how he's putting his hips right here? Look how nice. He's on his toes. A lot of hip pressure. A lot of hip pressure. You'll see constantly smashing to make him pay for trying to hold his weight up. In other words, he'll make you burn energy just by keeping him in your guard. He's almost forcing you to burn and defeat yourself. You see Cairon has the left side of his hand grabbing Rafael's right wrist for that lasso control over there. And there are a variety of sweeps that can come from that. Rafael, again, putting great pressure. And it's fascinating. We're only 5 minutes in. We're just past 5 minute mark into the match with just over 14 minutes left. And it's just so fascinating. I just want you guys to keep an eye on. Look at how active everyone is right now. And just be ready for that to change. Be ready for it to get to the point where they're not this aggressive on the resistance of the guard passes. Look how much work Cairon's putting in to prevent the pass. And again, in a normal, BJJ tournament where every single pass counts, this is the strategy. You can't let them pass because it could be 1 point in the game, 2 points on the pass, and the game is over. But again, that's not the case right here. If you ask me, this much energy this early in the match to fight this hard to prevent a pass, I see the logic in that you don't want to give up an advantageous position, but you have to respect the fact that this is taking its toll. Just stopping the guard pass is so energy consuming, especially when you're fighting gravity. Here comes the pass. He came through. Nice knee split up the center. Cairon's coming up to the turtle. Again, in sport jiu-jitsu, it makes sense to go to the turtle because you avoid the guard pass points. But right now, when there's no points for the side mount, beautiful back to the hack sequence. He went off for the arm. Cairon's turning in. This is fascinating. He survived the attack. But again, when you saw Rafael pass the guard and Cairon immediately turtled to his knees, there's no question that he risked getting choked. The arm lock was near fatal there, and then almost a triangle on the way out into the guard right here, all because of his reflex, which is turtle immediately upon the guard pass. And that definitely almost cost it for him. So it's just fascinating to see how these sport jiu-jitsu guys who are very heavy, used to their circumstances of competition, are adapting here, and how they're not adapting in certain ways. That was Rafael's attempt to go for a triangle. Cairon had a double underhook guard pass attempt. Rafael shot the underhook to counter the pass and then tried to pull the arm back in, but Cairon, of course, knew the technique, brought his knee inside and made the triangle, and defeated the triangle. Beautiful spin under. Cairon, nice anchor stack right there. And here goes Rafael. You can see the excitement now. 8 minutes in. 12 remaining. So again, it's just so hard to gauge in 8 minutes the reality, because my cousin Kron said it best. You don't really know what you're made of until you're exhausted. That's when you know how good your jiu-jitsu really is. And in most competitions, the time limit is so short. Oh, wow. Rafael putting on the highlight reel. That's beautiful. Nice overhead sweep, both feet on the hips. Puts him right in a guard passing situation right here. Here is the knee split right up the center. And you see Cairon working this modified half guard. Almost got the tip sweep there. That was a beautiful overhead sweep. Again, look at the pressure. Look at the hip pressure. Look how much pressure. Even though Cairon's legs are in the equation, Rafael's making him work to keep him afloat. Inverted guard here. Again, something that looks so like, why don't you just throw his legs out of the way? The answer is, he's committed not to let that happen. Interesting. Rafael's going for the foot again, but what's fascinating, he's going for the other foot. This is the opposite foot that he went for last time. Oh, now look at the trade. Unbelievable guard work here. Nice guard recovery. Again, back to this upside down guard. Rafael, again, taking, in this situation, you don't want to move that much. You want to smother, you want to put pressure and just wait. Because the discomfort of being so upside, here he goes. Beautiful. The discomfort Kairon's feeling right now of being upside down and packed in a small box like this will allow the pass if Rafael is just patient here. What I was saying about the footlock is, here comes the pass. Nice leg recoveries. He's doing well to keep the guard. You know, the question is just, I mean, you ask yourself, the amount of energy it's taking, will it take its toll? And if so, in what form? Here, look at Rafael's hips, always on his toes, heavy on the hips, constantly smothering and making Kairon hold him off the ground. Again, back to this modified half guard here. Here he goes, looking to the feet. Look at Rafael's left hand creeping up the lapel right now. Now his right hand's gonna reach down in between the legs and control the inside pant leg. You see he has the high-low grips. He's coming to the front side. Kairon has to bring his left leg over to defend this. But when he brings that left leg over, he creates the pass for the other side. Let's see if Rafael, beautiful. He chose to keep the same side opportunity, and there's your pass. The first clean and complete pass of the match. And guess what? I would talk to you about he might eventually have to pay for it. I think this might be the time. Because at this point, I'll tell you, there's nothing more demoralizing than to fight your life to prevent having your guard passed. Your life, not at 50%, 100%. And then end up in this situation. Look how beautiful. Rafael's right leg is already hooking Kairon's bicep. This is interesting. And that isolation down low might be the beginning of an outside arm attack for Rafael. Kairon hates the fact that his arm is trapped under Rafael's ankle. Here goes Rafael's looking up for the double wrist grab. Kimura setup. Let's see how he finishes this. Kairon's arm is trapped, you guys. This is very dangerous. Here comes the grip release. Dangerous. He has to tap. That's it. Wow. Wow. He deserves to celebrate. Incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen,